Leeds United have truly fumbled it. We have truly bottled it. We're not going up automatically, in my opinion, or at least that's how I'm feeling at the minute anyway. Absolutely diabolical. What a shambolic performance from that set of bottle jobs that played in the white shirt today for Leeds United. Just before we get into this video any further, obviously all the nice stuff, make sure you're liking, commenting, subscribing, all that jazz, whatever. Don't really care. I'm not in the mood. That was an absolute shit show of a performance. Well, actually, no, I'll correct myself there. It was a better performance than Sunderland, but let's be honest, anything was going to be better than that shower of shit that we saw on Tuesday night. Let's get into the lineup then. I was actually happy with the lineup at first glance. Obviously, Farker made the changes that everybody wanted. People may have wanted Mateo Joseph up top rather than Joel Perreault, but I didn't mind it, in all fairness. I just thought, at least it's something different to Patrick Bamford. We'll be coming on to the changes in just a bit as well regarding his in-game management, which I thought was embarrassing today from Farker. Obviously, we saw Nonto come into the side for Dan James. We saw Connor Roberts play at right back. Kamara dropped, Gray into midfield. And yeah, I thought it was looking hella strong. I thought it was looking very, very good, and I was feeling positive going into the game. Obviously, Plymouth Argyle helped us out last night by beating Leicester City, so it was all there for Leeds United to go and win the game. But of course, in true Leeds United fashion, we absolutely bottled it. As you can tell, I am very, very agitated, very, very high rate about this. Very, very annoyed. And baffled as to why this is happening. Like, what on earth is going on at this club at the minute? We've seen this week that the accounts are an absolute, horror show. Promotion is vital, not just for us just to get out of the Championship, but financially and from a business perspective as well. If Leeds don't go up this season, we will be selling all of our best assets at a cut price. And it'll be a long road back to the Premier League. Let's just put it that way. But I wish the players would know that. I wish the players would kind of have a little bit of fight in them and have some idea of what to do going forward. Because, yeah, we had all the ball. Yes, we had chance after chance after chance. But what really matters is the scoreline in the top left-hand corner of the screen if you were watching it on the telly. Blackburn Rovers, and I'm not just saying this to sound bitter, fair play to you. You took your chance, fair enough. But they were one of the worst performing teams that I have seen come to this stadium this season. They were abysmal. They came to Ellen Road today to time waste, to frustrate the crowd, to get the referee on their side. And let's be honest, they did all of those things. Time wasting from probably the second or third minute. Their goalkeeper was an absolute disgrace. How he wasn't sent off, the amount of times that he time wasted, didn't get booked until the 85th minute, which tells you everything that you need to know. But if we're all just going to blame the refs and blame the officiating and blame all that nonsense, for me, that's a weak mentality. That's loser mentality. Was the referee a joke? Yes. Did they time waste a lot and did they get punished for it? No, but it's not. We can't blame today's defeat on that. The reason why we lost today is because once again we were predictable FC, we were walk it in FC, and we were no clue how to attack FC. Absolutely disgraceful. Blackburn set up the exact way that I knew they would, in a low block, hoping to counter-attack. They had two clear-cut chances in the game, and they scored from one of them. 50% conversion rate. I wonder what we had. I'd love to see the stats. Now, again, the only stat that's important is the scoreline. I get that, but I would love to see the stats. We had all the ball. At times, we were peppering their goal. But again, like I've just said, walk it in FC, predictable FC. It is the same sequence of passing, same sequence of attacks, and we're relying on the same players week in, week out, Rutter and Somerville. Now, Rutter, dog shit today. Somerville, dog shit. Nonto was probably the best attacker, and Farker brings him off, which again we'll be coming on to in a minute or two. I'm baffled. I'm baffled. There was times in that first half where Somerville had the ball, Firpo was overlapping him, the option was there, and what did he do? No, he cut inside and played a dead ass ball into the fucking box. Now, I'm sorry for the swearing, guys, but I'll be honest, I don't care today. I'm not in the mood. So, yeah, Somerville being greedy, as he always is, trying to be the main man, trying to be that guy, trying to be him. Well, he's not him at the minute at all. Far from it, actually. Far from it. Rutter was embarrassing today. Going down at the slightest touch, overplaying it, keeping over the ball too long. Ball was bouncing off him. Perot, I thought actually started off okay in the game, was getting involved, but then obviously faded out like he always does. So at half time, actually, I'm not calling for changes at half time. I thought we had a good first half. Midfield could have been a bit better. I thought Gray looks absolutely shattered at the minute. And I would advocate to give him a rest because he didn't really offer anything in that midfield today. And, that's his position as well. That's his. He says he's a midfielder. He's known as a midfielder, right? I'm just checking the Ipswich score as we record because last time I checked it was 1-1, and it is still 1-1 with half an hour to go as I am recording this. But yeah, where was I? So yeah, the midfield, Gruev and Gray not really doing anything special. Kind of baffled as to what Gruev's role is. Was spraying some nice balls out wide, but not really amounting to anything. Gray didn't really do much. But still at halftime, I wasn't advocating for any changes. I thought we'd had a good enough first half for it to stay as it was. But I was thinking, you know what? Give it 10, 15 minutes. If it's not working, changes have to be made. Now, the changes that we saw, I think it came on the 65th minute. So 25 minutes to go, decent amount of time. Brings Connor Roberts off, who was actually having a good game. Was one of our better players, in my opinion, as well. Who else did he bring off? Gruev. Brought Gruev off, who I thought out of him and Gray was the better one. I think it was Rutter, wasn't it, that came off, which I understood. I understand him coming off. He brings on Dan James, yeah, fair enough. Who else did he bring on? Sam Byram at right back, which I thought, right, okay. But bringing on Pat Bamford, a guy who is not in form, a guy who is low on confidence, and quite frankly, is awful at the minute. Way off the boil. If you're going to bring a forward on at that point, you bring Mateo Joseph on. And Bamford comes on and he misses a golden opportunity. Nonto plays a very good ball into the box, probably the best ball we played into the box all game. And Bamford's head is just nothing. Absolutely nothing. Balls were getting played up to him. He wasn't using his strength. He wasn't making any effort to go for the ball. Was just prancing about. And it just offered nothing. And then when does he bring Mateo Joseph on? 82nd minute. 8 minutes to go. Brings Jaden Anthony on with 2 minutes to go. But keeps Somerville on, who was awful in the game, but had took Nonto off earlier when he was probably our best player. And then Blackburn obviously score in the, 81st minute? Literally up the pitch within 2 or 3 passes. Ball over to Schmodix, and he is not the man that you want to be getting on the end of that. Probably their only good player. Top goal scorer in the division. And he slots home. And I'll be honest, I turned around at that point to lads behind me. I said, that's it, game over. No chance of we coming back. Someone went, oh, well, I went, no. Absolutely zero chance that we get anything from this game now. And that's what happened. I actually was thinking at one point in the second half, whoever scores in this game wins. If we'd have scored, I think we'd have seen it out. I think it'd have been a bit of a weight off our shoulders. But I thought if Blackburn scored, they'll win. And Blackburn scored and they won. Farker is really testing my patience at the minute. His lack of in-game management is it amazes me. You know, he's won 2 promotions with Norwich City in the past. You know, so he's used to it. You'd think he'd know when to make changes and shit like that, but he's just not at the minute. You're bringing on Pat Bamford, who is low in confidence. Couldn't make a piss up in a brewery at this point. Why is he coming on? Why? Mateo Joseph is quicker, he's hungry. I think he's got, I think I've seen or heard somewhere that he's got the best goals to minute ratio in the team. Why is he not playing? Why is he not at least getting a first half of football? Let him start a game and at least give him a half and see how he does. Yeah, it might not work, but we don't know, do we? Because you've not done it. 2 goals against Chelsea, came on against Watford, equalised within 30 seconds of being on the pitch. Has had good impact substitute appearances. Why is he not being given a chance? Why? And yeah, look, you know, what we're doing now is relying on other teams to lose. And it shouldn't be like that. I'm going to check again as I'm recording this. Yeah, so it's still 1-1, 67th minute now. But regardless of what happens there, we need to speak about us and focus on us at the minute. If that result stays a draw, it is still there to be had for Leeds, amazingly. But if Ipswich get a winner, which let's be honest, they probably will, or even if they don't, you know, whatever, but we know how much they like a late winner. If they win that game, then I'm sorry, but it's playoffs. As I'm sat here now, I feel like it will be playoffs. The best we can hope for now is that result stays like it is, or if Borough can get a winner. Does anybody want this promotion at the minute? All 3 teams have been more or less perfect for 90% of this season. Why is it all going wrong now? Why? You know, I watched Leicester last night, and I've watched us, obviously. I was at the game. And it was like watching the same game, because Leicester had all of the ball against Plymouth, did nothing. We had all of the ball against Blackburn today and did nothing. Do I have confidence that we go to Middlesbrough and win? No. Absolutely not. Because regardless of what happens there, even if Ipswich beat them, I think they're top of the form table at the minute. Most informed team in the division. And we've got to go to their ground. where they'll obviously be better. You would assume anyway. So we've got to go to their ground a week on Monday and win. We've not scored for 2 games. How are we expected to go to the informed team in the division and win? I'll be surprised if we get a goal. Never mind, win. And then QPR away 4 days later, a team like Blackburn who are scrambling to stay in the division at their place with their fans behind them. Do we think we're going to go there and win? No. And then Southampton on the final day at Ellen Road, who, let's be honest, Southampton will be laughing right now. They'll be licking their lips because all 3 teams are faltering, or currently faltering in Ipswich's case. So if we all keep faltering and they keep winning, they could come back into the picture. And I'd written them off, mate. I'd completely written them off. But let's be honest, teams have written us off, and then we came back into it. Like I say, it's at that point now, guys, where we are relying on other teams, and that pisses me off no end. The fact that 3 opportunities we've had this week, 3. The weekend when Ipswich lost to Norwich, we get beat by Coventry. Midweek when Leicester lose, we draw and play diabolically. Ipswich then draw. So that's another opportunity. And then today, Leicester lose last night. Ipswich are currently drawing. And then we play in the early kickoff and get beat at home for the first time this season. How Leeds United is that? I'm going to check one more time. Yeah, still 1-1 with 20 minutes to go. Oh, guys, honestly, I'm sorry it's been a bit of a rant. I'm sorry it's been negative, but let's be honest, there is naff all to be positive about with this team at the minute. The bunch of bottle jobs completely fumbled the bag this afternoon, guys, and I've got nothing else to say on it. Not even sure if I'll do a last say tomorrow because I don't know if I want to keep ruining my weekend by thinking about it, in all honesty. You know, we've got 9 days now until the next game. 3 games to go. God. It's not even the fact that it's his first home defeat. It's when it's come and what's at stake and all that jazz. But I'm going to leave it there before I just rant anymore, guys. If you've somehow enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you are brand new, like I say, I might do a last say tomorrow. I'm not too sure, but I will keep you updated on social media regarding that. Try and enjoy the rest of your Saturday if you can. And I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.